What's going on, everybody? Kasabe here, and welcome to the World Series between the Salem Phantoms and the Florida Tides. We have two games to play this series. The first will be our opening act, and the second will either be getting that fourth game for the championship or a defense against the other team winning. We'll have one chance against an elimination game if it comes down to it, but today we're just starting with the festivities. I believe we're in Florida to start this one off. All of my lineups and everything are set, but first I wanted to go over some awards that I've missed from earlier in the season. So first we have some league leaders. We have Lou Reyes, who led the league in ERA and winning percentage. Ramon Cervantes led in walks with 95, so some good discipline there, exemplified by Cervantes. Right now it's showing the postseason, but I'll go to the awards as well. So Gold Gloves, Randall McBride at catcher, and Ricky Taylor over there in center field. So McBride, his power numbers have kind of dwindled as we've been using him throughout the season, but Taylor, great speed and glove out there in the outfield, definitely our best outfielder by far. Patrick William, we also acquired halfway through the season, won Silver Slugger over at second base. Lou Reyes was not in contention for the Cy Young, though. That went to Bernardo Lopez, 19-7, ERA pretty close to Reyes's, and then a lot more strikeouts, 177 for Lopez. Reyes, as you can see here, similar record, 18-6, ERA just under 3, but not even 100 strikeouts, did not eclipse that century mark, and the game loves strikeout statistics, so not even a top 3 vote for Lou Reyes. Despite all that, though, Derek Newsome will be on the mound today. I think this is the third postseason game that we've used with him, or just winding down the stretch, that is. He is our top ace, just a little bit better than Reyes. I would like to use Reyes at some point during the World Series, maybe for like a Game 6 or something like that, but we'll see. We're at Date Palm Field today. We'll see how the weather is in October. It's going to be very dark and cold, but maybe still seasonably warm for Florida. There's the lineup. McCall, William leading things off with our contact spots. Taylor, Cervantes, McBride, Campillo, our good 3 through 6 hitters. Then 7 through 9, Cabrera, Salgado, Cordova. Again, that's the weak part of our lineup. It really drops off after Campillo there in the 6th spot. But hopefully they can get something going here today. I am on Legend difficulty, so this is going to be a bit of a struggle. The Florida Tides were one game better than us this season. They won their division. They are one of the top rated teams attribute-wise in the entire postseason. And of course, they are in the World Series now. The festivities begin today. It's October 24th, 2052. We are not in Scottsdale, Arizona. We are in Florida. I thought Date Palm Field was in Florida, to be honest with you. And as we kind of went over in the previous episode, Florida is good at absolutely everything except for power. So that is going to be their one main struggle. But you get to look, their runs per game. They've been scoring a ton of runs in the postseason. They've also been letting up quite a few runs, but their pitching is better than what that statistics show. And here we go. Florida is taking the mound for inning number 1 for the World Series. We'll have McCall leading off here in just a moment. That is a cool animation, though, for the World Series. This is my first time seeing this for MLB 22. On the mound today, Ryan Silva has not won it or lost a game so far in the postseason. ERA, though, a respectable 2.79, whip right around 1. So he's going to keep some base runners off. We need to get to him early if we want to be in this game, that is. Especially on Legend difficulty, we're going to need to hit early on. So here's a 2-2 count to McCall to start off the day. Forgot to look at Silva's pitches. McCall stayed with the fastball there, pushed it the other way, but it goes right to the shortstop for out number 1. William will be up next, so let's get a look at Silva's pitches here. 98 mile an hour fastball, 99 mile an hour cutter, and then a curveball changeup combo that both are right around that low to mid 80s mark. This is going to be a tough read on Legend, especially. 3-1 count to William, though. I'm just going to anchor it down here in the lower right-hand corner, which is his hot zone. They went with the changeup. It was kind of middle cut. I thought it was going to be high, but that break at the end really got me. So full count to William. Now they go down to his sweet spot. He hits it just a tad away from the perfect meter, and it's a lazy fly out to right field. Oh, William was all over that one. And now Taylor with 2 away. We've had some good contacts for the first 2 hitters. Nothing's falling yet, but our PCI placements are true. If things continue to go our way here, especially with the way we're batting, I mean, that's just going to work in our favor. There aren't too many times on Legend where you square the ball up like that with your PCI, and it doesn't give you a good end result. As there's Taylor's late on the fastball. 2-2 again. That was probably our worst PCI placement of the inning, just a little bit off to the left. And now it'll be up to Newsom to keep the Tides off the board here in the bottom of the first. They're not going to show his stats apparently, but Newsom, I believe, is 1-0 so far this postseason. Has a full count to Leo Moreno, the leadoff hitter, batting .326 so far this postseason. We'll go with the two-seamer on the outer part of the plate. It comes back down the middle, but the batter is late, and Cordova, it's that little jetting like piece of the stands out there. That's dangerous, but he's able to make the catch over that. So again, Newsom's bread and butter is that two-seamer inside, and then his curveball was really working last time. Slider, changeup were working well during the middle of the season, but now that we're on Legend, they're not as effective. As there's that two-seamer, perfect result there. Just a tiny chopper out to William for out number 2. That's exactly what we want to do with his two-seam fastball. But yeah, his slider and changeup, not very effective. His control was a bit worse for wear last time we used him. Sinker, I mean, kind of does the same thing as the two-seam fastball, except for that one. That is long and gone to the 3-hole hitter. I was just talking about how the Tides don't have much power in their lineup, and there we go. Our first inning home run for the Tides. No doubt shot by Jimenez. Look at where that sinker ended up. Now Castilla, the 4-hole hitter, I think is the guy with the most power on their team. Yes, 75 power versus right-handed throwers. That's tops on their team. I mean, you might have a few guys hit a few more dingers on Legends. Cabrera knocks it down, but will not be able to make a play there. And now is trying to get out of the first inning. Joe Dell is the 5-hole hitter. Good two-seamer there by Newsom. We'll go with it again on the outside part of the plate. Not quite on the edge, but lazy pull out to right field to Salgado. So the Tides do score 1 on the home run by Jimenez, and it is 1-0. Cervantes, we just went over, has been great in the postseason, had 4 RBIs last game, and also led the league in walks. So he's very patient up there at the plate, just not really good of a pull hitter is the thing. So it might work out to our benefit if we're late on Legend difficulty, since he usually pushes stuff to the opposite field. But here he is with a 3-1 count, pitched by Silva, and we were late on that one on the inside fastball. Exactly what I was talking about there. If that's on the outer part of the plate, you might have been able to deal with it. That inside pitch, if we're late, not much of an opportunity to hit it. McBride, 257 in the postseason. Late on the curveball, and that one's out to right field for a fly out. So we made good contact, I suppose. I mean, we've been late this inning, but we have not struck out yet, which I was worried about once I saw he had 2 99-mile-an-hour pitches. There's Campillo, takes the fastball on the outer part of the plate up the middle for a base hit, and now we are on the board with our first hit of the game. I just realized the scoreboard looks a little bit different for the World Series. There's more like gold trim and the bases. That's different, I think, than what I've had all season. But here's Cabrera with the 1-1 count. This is the part of the order we need to wake up, especially in opportunities like these. 2-out rally. Florida had one. Can we have one? There's a cutter that splits the middle. Man, that had some late bite to it. Cabrera just looking to make the pitcher work at this point. Chopper, he got a little bit on top of it, back to the mound, and there is out number 3. 6, 7, and 8 for the Tides. Newsom looking to keep them off the board this inning. There's the good curveball for strike 3, exactly what you want. Pop out to second. William over there tracks it down with his common fielding and puts it away for out number 2. So again, Newsom has the first 2 outs of the inning. Can he get that third one here right away? He's only thrown 26 pitches through an inning and 2/3. Changeup misses well low. We're going to go back to the fastball here. It's one of the things about this these new games with like precision pitching and everything. The par, I'm not using precision, but the pitches, you really need to be good with your first and secondary pitches as opposed to the other ones, as there's out number 3. I suppose accuracy's always been better for like primary pitches throughout this franchise, but they've really just made it more well known as you kind of move up the ladder, especially on Legend. Good changeup there, gets him swinging. And there is our first strikeout of the game. Changeup just looks so fast out of the hand too. 84 miles an hour, that's a fastball for some guys. Cordova tries to go the other way. Gosh, curveball. You're just waiting for it to sink and it just dips really fast. Again, 84, 85 mile an hour changeup and curveball. McCall with a 3-1 count to keep us alive in the third. And another good squared up fastball, just a pinch late on it. And that's a fly out to deep center. Salem with 1 hit so far through 3 innings. And now Florida in the bottom half of the third will have their ups. 9-hole hitter Charles Cannon, the catcher. We went over that last time. What a name for a catcher. His arm strength, though, only a 65. Curveball misses low. We'll go with the changeup. It's been having some accuracy issues, but the CPU just does not handle changeups very well. There's a bouncer out to William. So Newsom gets the 9-hole hitter, and he's back to the top of the order here with 1 away. 2-2 count to Moreno. Fastball again. I think this was the same batter who was late the first time around on that fastball on the outside part of the plate. This is the first time I'm going back to the sinker since the home run. See if it works. This is a bit low and inside, so 3-1. Batter's going to be expecting a fastball here. I'm going to try and tie him up again on the inside part of the plate. Takes ball forward, just missed inside, and now we have the 3-hole hitter up next, Jimenez, who hit a home run last time out. This guy actually won the batting title last season, so this is a skilled batter here in the 3-hole position. As he lines that one down into the left field corner, it's going to land for a fair ball. 97 speed over there, goes home, and he just beats the throw. So another clutch hit there by Jimenez. Keeps it inside the line. Relay was good, but too much speed out there for the Tides. They take a 2-0 lead here in the third. Another fastball, though, that caught the middle of the plate. We can't keep giving them cookies like that for their 3, 4, and 5 hitters. As there's a bouncer to McCall, the throw will be there. So Florida gets their second run of the game by Jimenez. A home run and a double so far to this point. And we need to wake up the bats. We have the right part of the lineup here coming up. 2, 3, and 4. Silva with 45 pitches here through 3 innings. So we're making him work a pinch, but some base hits, maybe some walks would really help us out here. Maybe get him out of the ball game a bit faster. Misses inside with the fastball. His fastball hasn't topped out too many times to that 98, 99. It's been kind of going near 96. William is early on that one. Is it going to stay fair? It's off the pole, the outside of the pole. Patrick William with a home run down the right field line. Oh, I need to look at the replay for that one. I thought for sure that was going to go foul. Look how close this one is. It hits off the outside of the pole and spits outward. My goodness, what a way to get our first run of the ball game. And now Taylor, still with nobody out, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. William is not much of a power hitter either, so some of the guys that you don't expect to go deep have so far today. 3-1 to Taylor. Can he maybe turn on a fastball here? That's shot down the line very late. Just talking about turning on a fastball, and maybe not the best pitch to swing at 3-1 either. That was high out of the zone. Cervantes was late on his last pitch too, so we just need to maybe get our feet down faster, so to speak. Curveball inside misses. 3-1 now to Cervantes. McBride on deck. Ooh, cutter. I think I was a little bit on top of that, but also kind of broke at the last second. There's another cutter by Silva. Just late on a lot of these, but spoiling them off. Cervantes, as you see there, that one I was low on the PCI placement. The last few I was high. Just even it out a bit. Turned on down the line, but it's a changeup inside, and that squirts foul. Another 3-2 pitch to Cervantes. He gets a piece of that one. Not exactly flush, though, out to center field. Caught in the gap for out number 2. Now McBride with a 3-2 count. Silva's now up to 65 pitches after this one right here. So good inning here for the Phantoms. Oh, that was a home run ball right there. I was early on it. We're starting to kind of get some of those inside pitches, though. It's just all the change-ups. Just trying to find that middle ground here on Legend. We're learning here. Ooh, good change-up. Drops out of the zone. So we do get one home run, and it was a lucky one just down the line by William, and again hits the outside of the foul pole. We're back in it. It's 2-1 going into the bottom of the 4th. We have all DHs in this league, I believe, so Dell is the DH today for Florida, even though they're technically the NL. We made a few rule changes to this franchise, so no extra innings runners or anything. Universal DH. Bouncer to William. Another good place two-seamer by Newsom for the out. Sinker is not called. We haven't had too many umpire calls going any which way today. I have no idea which way he's trending. That's the first close one today. Now two-seamer down the middle. Batter is late though, and Cordova will put this one away a few steps in front of the warning track for out number 3. A 1-2-3 for Derek Newsom. And now we have 6, 7, and 8 coming up for the Phantoms to start the 5th. Campillo singled up the middle his last time out on a pitch on the outside part of the plate. We'll see what he do with a 1-2 count here. Rips the changeup again. Just early on some of those changeups though, but we're really starting to pick that one up. Ooh, good curveball. I was actually not even thinking about swinging, but had to protect last moment, so we were late on it. Curveball's got some extra snap to it, some extra life. Cabrera goes up and out of the zone. That's a weak pop-up to center. Salgado with a 1-2 count. Silva almost up to 80 pitches now. Takes the fastball for strike 3. That was right on the inside part of the plate. 8, 9, and 1 for the Tides. Newsom had a 1-2-3 inning last time out. And an easy chopper to Cabrera over there at third. Throw. Took him a second, but beats him by a step for out number 1. Slider on the outside part of the plate. William will get that one for out number 2. And now we'll face the leadoff hitter with 2 away. Moreno with 2 flyouts late down the left field line, I believe, so far today. Yeah, he's just not catching up that fastball. Another late foul. Stays with the curveball there, and he will get a base hit. Only 58 speed, though, out of the leadoff hitter. So a ball to the gap maybe won't score the runner. It's Gonzalez, who is 0 for 1 today. Curveball, good placement by Newsom. Better take by the batter. We'll go with the slider this time. Another good take there by Gonzalez. Discipline really paying off here. Runner will go with a full count and 2 away. There's that two-seamer. Will get us out of the 5th inning. It's still a 2-1 game. 9, 1, and 2 coming up for the Phantoms. Cordova with a 1-2 count. We'll see how far each team goes with their starting pitcher. I think they'll at least go 6 innings. Change up on that inside lower corner again. Got us fooled. 6th strikeout of the day for Silva. He's really starting to rack up the strikeouts here as we get later in the game. But at the same time, I feel like we're timing up some of those pitches better. That one I just swung way too loosely there. Got to take a few more pitches than that. Plate discipline, we need to be swinging at the right pitches. Here's William now, 1-1 count. For those of you watching, Patrick William has 42 power, and he got that home run last time out. Not a very powerful hitter by trade. Fastball catches the lower part of the zone. Here's the 2-2 to Silva. And a changeup again. Okay, now we're starting to lose the timing on that one a bit more. Silva with his 7th strikeout, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Jimenez has been a thorn in our side today, and we've given him 2 fastballs down the middle of the plate. We'll see if he can chase a changeup here. Low in the zone. Back to Newsom. I don't think that one broke outside of the plate, so we might have been lucky again there. Not quite middle cut, but I don't think that was out of the zone like I wanted. Indeed, it was somewhat in the zone, but that changeup, Jimenez was fooled. And now we have the 4-hole hitter with a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss on the two-seamer breaking outside. Newsom, that's only his 2nd strikeout of the game. We don't really have many strikeout pitchers on our team, though. I went over Lou Reyes earlier, only getting 94, I think it was, strikeouts the whole season. Fastball kind of in the zone still. Upper part of the plate, but batters have been late on that today. We're through 6, a bit of a fast game so far for Game 1 of the World Series. This is our time to shine right here. 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Phantoms. We only have 2 hits so far today. Silva will stay in the game. He's getting close to 100 pitches. Full count to Taylor here. We need to be really careful with... Oh my god, I was about to say we need to be careful with the pitch because we can get on base with his speed. That cutter could not have been more perfect, and they called it a ball. That's going to end Silva's day. I got bailed so bad right there. And I was mentioning earlier, we've only had a couple calls like that the umpires had to make a bit of a decision on. There's another one that was low in the zone that he called a ball. Now will be Adam McDaniels having himself a great postseason so far. 3-0 record. Look at that average against. 154 against lefties, 118 versus righties. There's a look at his stats. Really good hits and K/9 stuff. Also has 2 fastballs, a changeup, and a splitter. with some solid break to it. Cervantes with a 1-2 count here to start off. That one's in the dirt. Not enough for Taylor to go though, but I will maybe try sending him here on 3-2. Running count here with the 4-hole hitter. And Cervantes missed the fastball for strike 3. I don't know why I thought that was another breaking pitch outside the zone. It's just a straight fastball down the middle. And wow, totally bungled that one. McBride now with 2 away. Maybe looking to get into one here with a home run. They're going to pitch him outside though. 3-1 count. Very good count for McBride. We need a home run. We haven't gotten one with him for a while. And he's late on a changeup, no less. No, I was early. I just jammed the PCI. Never mind. Got another chance, though. Another 3-2 to McBride. Spoils that changeup. We were a little bit more on that one. Get a look there at his little PCI there. I mean, if he squares it up, it's gone. But otherwise, you do something like that. Swing and a miss on the changeup. Now the Phantoms only have a couple more innings here to make something happen. Only 2 hits so far, and one of them, again, very lucky to hit the foul pole in the first place. Estrada's warming up in the bullpen, but Newsom has been stronger as the game's gone on, I feel like, for the most part. So we're going to keep him in there to start the 7th, and that is just a great result there by the batter. That was a 2-seamer right on the inside corner, and he stays with it for a single. Like, look at that. That is a great pitch right there. And now a fastball left down the middle again by Newsom. That will likely end his day here. Batter was late on it, but stayed with it in front of the left fielder for a hit. So now we have 2 runners on with nobody out. Gonna do a quick mound visit to get Estrada more warmed up, and here he comes. Pitching change. This is a big situation here in Game 1 of the World Series. Estrada, 4 innings out of the bullpen so far this postseason. Average 200 against lefties and righties. We need that big changeup though, but first we need to maybe get ahead of the count. I'm going to try it anyway on a 2-1, maybe just see if I can catch him out in front. We'll do it again on 2-2 here. Double play ball for William. Gets 2, but slowly developed. Only gets the runner at second. So 1 big out. Runner at third though. And now we might need to try and tie up the 9-hole hitter Cannon. We want to go after this guy though if we can, as opposed to the top of the lineup. Fastball not called a strike. It's going to be a 3-1 count to Cannon. And another one. Right on the black, called the ball. That one was to be expected though. He's not been calling that low strike consistently with some of those calls. And a tough break here for the Phantoms. It's 2-2 now to Moreno, the leadoff hitter. Bases loaded. Estrada will go for the changeup despite some of the non-calls. It's a pop-up into the infield. It's going to be the infield fly rule, and William will glove this one for out number 2. Big pitch right here. 1-1 count. Bases loaded, 2 away. We got the second out. Can we get the third out and dance out of danger? Estrada will try his 2-seamer inside. Goes back down the middle. Not as effective as Newsom's. Can he get the slider out of the zone on the 1-2 count? Here's the pitch. Oh, good meter placement, but the batter stared at it. Good take there. We'll go back to the changeup on 2-2. No way! To the 2-hole hitter. Are you kidding me? A grand slam. That one was left up in the zone. Gonzalez with 62 power just completely obliterated that ball. And I think that is going to do it for this game, quite honestly. Coming back from a 5-run deficit with the bottom of our lineup on Legends. McCall can't catch that one. Oh no, everything's just falling apart here for Salem. Here comes Chung because we have a few left-handed batters coming up here, but just kind of frustrating. Estrada had the perfect meter with his slider, but it's his like 4th pitch. So even when you throw it perfect where you want it, that kind of zone there that you see is still really big, where it might not go in necessarily where you want it still. And then the changeup to follow up stayed in the zone. Florida with 2 home runs, 5 runs driven in on home runs. I mean, we were kind of going over the story of the game prior to that and how I didn't expect too many home runs. Funny how life works sometimes. Chung battling the 4-hole hitter Castilla. He is just really giving him a hard time here. Castilla actually has more power against lefties than right-handed throwers, so maybe I could have left in Estrada for another batter. And he is just making Chung work. 10 pitches so far this AB, still a 2-2 count. And there we go. We finally get him on the changeup, but Florida with the backbreaker, the 4 runs driven in on the grand slam by Gonzalez. Things are not looking good here for Salem. Campillo, one of our best contact hitters though, will hope to start the rally here with a 1-1 count. This guy has 5 pitches. A lot of breaking pitches, changeup, curveball, slider. Goes with the fastball there, we're late. Grounder by Campillo. He got a little bit of a not so good piece on that changeup for the ground out. Again though, on the outside part of the plate. One time he lined it back up the middle, that one he pulled. Changeup misses. I don't have to swing for too many of those low pitches though, because they haven't been giving him a call for either side. As I swing at that pitch, but stayed with it. And that's a base runner. Our 3rd hit of the game for the Phantoms comes in the 8th inning. Salgado 0 for 2 so far today, 2-2 count. See if they give him something in his hot zone. I doubt it, but we'll see. Goes the other way, right at the 3rd baseman. Cordova, the 9-hole hitter, 0 for 2 so far today. And another one to the 3rd baseman for the out. Man, some of those lineouts today. 3-2 count to Dell. Chung will face this lefty. And that should be a called strike. It's a check swing, strike 3 anyway. I mean, look at the placement of that. That is like the top outside corner. So maybe this guy is just missing the black like pretty much everywhere. Chung looking to keep the Tides scoreless here in the 8th, keep it a 5-run deficit. I thought about bringing in Lawson to face some right-handed hitters here, but he's struck out all 3 batters that he's faced. The first one gave him a heck of a battle though. Again, Chung, a mid-season call-up from AAA, is one of our best pitchers and one of our only lefties in the entire system as well. So that's kind of a double positive right there. Changeup gets him looking, and Chung strikes out all 4 batters that he faces. We go to the 9th, needing a miracle here in Game 1 of the World Series. They'll bring in Eric Dye, a left-handed pitcher, who our team does not so good against. McCall is a switch hitter, but does worse against lefties. William up next, does worse against lefties. McBride has no power versus lefties, so this does not bode well. As McCall lines one up the middle for a base hit. A curveball right on the inside lower corner, and he kind of golfed that one into center field. William has our 1 run driven in so far today, looking to keep the line moving here. Maybe we just exercise a little bit more patience at the plate here. A walk is as good as a hit, and we have not been hitting too much today. I mean, we've had some contact that's gone right to the fielders. That's just kind of MLB 22 in a nutshell. 3-1 count though. I'm going to see be a bit more conservative here and maybe not swing. And there we go. We get a walk low in the zone. Tying runs still in the on-deck circle. But we have our big boys up coming here. Taylor misses there, so 3-2. Another walk here gets us ever so closer to getting that tying run at the plate. No runs have scored yet though. Battles that changeup. He only has a 2-seamer, a curveball, and a changeup, so it's either a straight fastball or it's going to break out of the zone. That was probably ball 4 right there. I got to be more selective with some of those pitches, especially with all the calls that the umpire's been making today. So runner goes up to 3rd base on that. It's not going to help us out too much though. We need more base runners. Sacrifices and fielder's choices aren't going to do much here. Cervantes though will face another lefty out of the bullpen. And he swings and crushes this ball down the left field line. It's a 3-run shot. We have a chance. Finally, Cervantes with a pull hit. It has been so hard to get so far this season. And he keeps us in the ball game at 6-4. The wind is slicing over to the left today too. So like we've been lucky to kind of keep the balls that we've hit for home runs inside the ballpark. McBride 0 for 3 so far today. And again, not very great against lefties. But we have 2 outs to work with here, only down by 2. Ramirez is going to have to stay in for a couple more batters too. They just brought him in. So his confidence is shaken. Fastball, changeup, sinker. So he has a fastball or 2 breaking pitches down in the zone. There's a fastball that misses. McBride out to the gap. I'm not going to chance it for a double, though. He does not have the speed, and we need base runners. So the Phantoms have finally gotten their tying run to the plate here in the ninth. It's a rally, and Campillo here will face Ramirez for at least one more batter before they can bring in their pitcher. Their closing pitcher, that is. Their closer is a beast, too. I would love to get a home run or something here and face him with the tie game. Change up again. Misses low. That was a 2-2 pitch that could have been a strikeout, but no, they have not been calling any pitches on the black today. Full count. Campillo, please. That's back there. It's going to die at the warning track. Why am I running with my runner? No. I had my hand on the L1 button. What am I thinking? A complete mental lapse by me there. I just held down the L1 button for no reason at all, and our rally will come short because of it. I don't know if I subconsciously thought there were 2 outs, if that ball was going to get down, if it was a home run, and hitting the base runner button didn't matter anyway, but oh man, that's a terrible way to lose a ball game right there. While I do have a bit more confidence here, it took us a long time to finally get some results on Legends, but we did end up getting a little bit of help there at the end. A home run by Cervantes. Even if we don't make that lapse in the base running area here, they would have likely brought in Sylvester Branch here, their closing pitcher, 92 overall, to face our 7, 8, and 9 hitters. I think the likelihood was probably low anyway. I guess that's the only solace I have in making a dumbass mistake like that. But, you know, never say die. I mean, we were down 5 in the 9th inning. We got 3 back. The possibility was always there that we tied up the ball game, maybe won the game from there. We'll never know, though, because my hands sometimes just do stupid things on the controller. So that's your Game 1 result, a 6-4 loss against the Florida Tides. I'm going to go ahead and simulate here a few more games into the future and see what fate brings us here, if we're able to come back with the simulation and maybe play with a chance to win the World Series on the line, or if we're going to have to play one of our elimination games at home perhaps. So here is Game 2. We lose that one to Florida as well. Joe Johnson finally loses a game in the postseason. Game 3, we lose again. Oh boy, we have our backs up against the wall to the Florida Tides, and I have to play one of these games, so it'll likely be this game right here, and then we'll have to have a miracle with the simulation winning 3 in a row to complete the reverse sweep. It's not looking good for the Salem Phantoms, but it's been a heck of a ride here for Season 1 of the Phantoms franchise. Thank you so much for watching this season. We'll see what we can do. We nearly came back in Game 1. Maybe we can come back this World Series. Until next time, this is Kasabe, and this will be the last gameplay episode of Season 1. We'll follow that up with the off-season, in which I have no control. I'll just be showing you all the moves here to prep for Season 2. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.